Well, good day, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Traplines and Inlines. This is part 4 of the On the Trapline series. Look what the cat drug in here today, boys and girls. This is pretty deadly. This is my Christmas present to me from me. Oh, Jesus. We got some dandy stuff here, boys. Power arms, lots of them. So, I put some more money into them. These are the Ram number 1s. My Wolf Masters, they dwarf these. What size snare does this come with? This is a 1/16 snare that these ones come with by the looks of it. Yep, sure thing. These are pretty small little snares, but I'll show you what I got here anyway. 17 of these. Which is dandy. I'm going to set up another bait site, but realistically I need about 200 more. I think this here is some cable, but I'm not all that entirely sure, to tell you the truth. So what I've got here is 500 feet of 3/64 cable. It's tiny, tiny stuff. So this is, I'm going to build some snares out of this here for the power some coyote snares. It's 3/64, see, and in Saskatchewan we can run as big as 5/64, I believe, with a 280-pound S-hook breakaway. I've always used the 1/16 snares with the 280 breakaways. You can build your own 3/64 snares, and the beauty of this is it's so small, it's very hard for the coyotes to see. And it's so small, it also has a breaking strike. I think it's 330 pounds or somewhere in that ballpark. So it's small enough any deer will get away. And a thin cable kills an animal quicker than the thicker cable, eh? It just digs deeper, eh? So. And I also got a shitload of flat washers and heat-treated nuts and double ferrules and single ferrules, so we're gonna have to build some snares here. So that's all just fine and dandy, boys. Catch you on the line. Well, good day, boys and girls. Just checking coyote sets, and let me tell you, it's always a great day when you get a coyote in your first snare of the day. It always ends up being a good day. So look here, we got a nice coyote just right over here. Yep. No, we don't. Shoulder mites for days on this one. That's no good. We'll take a better look in a sec there. I just have a snare right down here. Let's see if we got anything. This is a dandy set. Got many a coyotes here. But let's take a better look at this other one here. I'll get you set up on the tripod. Okay, I can't find any place to put my camera too deadly. Let's take a look here. I can see right off the bat, this one's got shoulder mites, which is not good. So let's get this snare out of the way. Flip them over. This is a really too bad. It's a big coyote. Nice big coyote, but the poor guy. See this here, boys and girls? How it's real light in the mane? This one's still got some dandy fur in behind. You see this? This is very nice. Might even be worth salvaging. You see, this is shoulder mites. It's kind of like a lice, a parasite. And it was actually introduced by domestic dogs, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But a shitload of coyotes got it. It's not the same as mange. A lot of people were asking that. When you see mange, there's no fur left in that spot. And most of the times, like the coyotes that got mange bad are usually dead by now. Like it's minus 25 today. They freeze to death. And this is bad too, and it can get really, really bad. And they literally just scratch their own fur out. It's disgusting. So we did this coyote a favor for sure. He would have been pretty damn cold, right? Like it'd be just terrible cold, and it only gets worse, eh? So that's good. It's good to get him out of the breeding stock there too, and because he could pass it on to a lot of coyotes through the chain reaction that is disease spread. But this is a big coyote, you know, and you're more likely to find it on the older coyotes than the younger ones. I've been really catching some big coyotes lately, so this is too bad. We'll go check these other ones, hope for maybe a little better luck here. Well, just one coyote at this bait station today, guys. Finally getting some colder weather, so things start moving again for me. This is a real big coyote, and it's a shame because he's got real dandy fur apart from the shoulder mites, but he's got it pretty bad, so I don't know. Off to the next bait, guys. So I'm just working over a new bait station here. I have just some bait over there, and I come up to this here. See the snares over here, something black. I have no idea what I got here, tell you the truth. Well, I'll be damned. We got a fisher. I can't believe it. Jeez, what a dandy. That is a beautiful fisher. I can't believe I caught him in a power snare. That's incredible. That's really incredible. So I'll have to get this set remade. Not the intended catch, but we'll take it for sure. Well, this is an absolute first for me, boys and girls. This is the first catch in the 364 snare too. That is a big fisher. And to catch him in a power snare to boot. Look at this. What a beauty. Had to be a big one to get him caught in the coyote snare. This is really a nice one. See that when you're talking about fishers, boys and girls, the smaller ones are what are worth the money. But I've been looking for some decoration there in my cabin. I think this will do just fine. I'll have to make something out of them, eh? So, come back to this later on. Well, I'm on my 5th snare. I just set up this bait 2 days ago, and I set it completely blind, eh? Threw bait out and snares at the same time. And I'm having a great go over. Oh, pardon the sun there, boys and girls. This is snare number 5. And what appears to be... Oh yeah, it's a big coyote. You can tell just by the tracks. Holy jeez, that's a pretty coyote. You see how nice? See, that's the beauty of the 364 snare, boys and girls. They're so thin that they cut really deep, eh? It doesn't take, cut is the wrong word, let me reiterate. But there's less resistance for that snare to reach the fatal point, you know, than a wider snare. So let's see. There's no snow on the back of this one. We just got half a foot of snow. So I better give her a double, triple check before I get rabies or something. I'll put you in the tree, boys. Okay, hope you can see pretty dandy there, friends. We're in some thick timber. It's great snaring bush. I got this anchor all over the place. What a mess. But this snare has done a beautiful job here. There's no two ways about that. And this is a gorgeous coyote. I say that about pretty well all of them, eh? But it's a big coyote, yet not so big that the fur goes to shit. Yeah, this is a fresh catch. Tracks are fresh in the snow since last night. Oh man, that's a dandy pelt on this one, boys and girls. Oh, you probably can't see me. This is a very pretty coyote and a fresh catch. You could skin that one right now. So 5 more to check, boys and girls. Well, something funny for sure has happened here. You see, it looks, all I'm seeing is coyote tracks here. But there's no fur. Yeah, this is a dandy coyote trail. Wonder what the hell happened there, eh? That should have been a coyote, for sure it should have been. But for whatever reason, unless I'm missing a deer track here and something came through. Okay, we've got some fur here. It's pretty dark. Maybe a deer came through here before the snow or something too, could have been an option, but that's the last snare here. So a coyote and a fisher on a 2-day blind snare, can't complain. Pretty dandy. Okay, let's get our ass in gear here. Well, I still can't believe I caught a fisher in this power snare, but it certainly helped how big he was. This is a beautiful fisher. I bet you this one will go, it's hard to say because I don't do a lot of fisher trapping. I bet you goes somewhere around 10. Like, this is a big fisher. Unfortunately, like I said, it's the little ones that are worth money. But this is actually the first one I've ever caught, boys and girls. Tell you the God honest truth, I've kind of always just been the meat and potatoes of trappers. I'm a snare man. That's it. I'm getting pretty damn good with the snares. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but when it comes to body grips and footholds, complete noob, because all I've ever had time for is to focus on the coyotes until this year. So I was just about ready to buy some fisher traps and some beaver and muskrat traps here when the bank lets me here, but this is pretty darn cool. So I'm gonna have to put this one on the wall in the cabin because it's gorgeous. And I've always wanted to hang one up in cab, so that'll be deadly. But we got about half a foot of snow there, and it was minus 30 this morning, and there's a wind. It was fucking chilly, boys. We've been stuck in some dreadfully warm weather, and it hasn't been helping my trap. And like minus 5, minus 10, I don't catch shit. But it's a great feeling. Getting this bait going here, getting another one. This is only the third bait I have out. I got more power rams coming to set up my third and fourth baits, which I'll have to get baiting there at, and lots of dandy stuff. So I just can't quite remember where I had this snare. Yeah, so that was my first go with the 3/64 cable. So far I'm really impressed. They're cheaper to build, and more importantly, I think they're more ethical, even better than the snares I was using before, because they're thinner, like I tried to explain there. So it's gonna be tough to set up a few more snares here that I wanted to set because we got half a foot of snow, but see what we can get set. And finally starting to pick up the pace here a bit, boys. We're in for 2 weeks of minus 30, so that's great. And where I put this ram was a little too open on this trail, but it seemed to work just dandy. I might have fenced it off. I just can't quite remember, boys and girls. So but it's a nice trail there, so we'll get it set for sure here. If I can figure out, okay, we'll test here, see where a snare sits nice, and then we'll get it locked in here. So now I don't tie these off if I don't have to, so I'll just lean it over here. See, that's pretty good on the trail, but I should close this off a little bit. The natural trail runs right through there, but the coyotes might just try and avoid that a bit, eh? So we'll just, that's fencing it off a little too deadly for my liking. So I always position the ram in the way opposite from the way I think they're gonna come in. So they're coming into my bait site over there. So I'm gonna hide the ram so it's less visible from that side. Just a little habit I have. Don't make much difference for sure. But yeah, we'll keep that pretty open. That'll be good. Okay, see you guys. Okay guys, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these first 9 coyotes off the stretcher boards. There are some real beautiful pelts in here. Oh, the tail came undone, no big deal. Some real beautiful pelts in here. We'll get them all taken off. Some of these are so nice. I wanted to see how they do at auction. Like, look at some of these here. So what we'll do here now is take them all off and get them combed up real nice there for the buyer there tomorrow, and get that all set up. Quite a clutter in here, guys. Apologies for that. Well, all off the boards here now. I couldn't ask for a better bunch of coyotes, let me tell you. So I'll show you them a little more here. Okay, boys and girls. Well, I've picked out some of the nicest ones, full disclosure, to show you everything here. This is a really nice one. You see, just dandy. I'm more so praising the coyote itself than my work. I don't want to seem like an arrogant prick here, friends. These are really nice. coyotes. You know, when they trotted around, they were pretty dogs, eh? Look, friends, gorgeous. Like these 4 coyotes I have pulled off here are going over 150 every day of the week. And like some of these, maybe this one's a little thinner, you hear it? It's thinner. Nevertheless, I'd love to have a coat made out of that, I tell you. I'll have to make myself one day. But really, it really is hurting me not sending some of these to auction. Like a pelt like this. Pelt like this. Dandy. Here's the nicest one of the lot. Like this is, it's tough. It's tough not, oh my God. I might keep this one. Jesus, that's pretty. I mean, look, friends. This is a nice and pale one too. Oh man. I might have to keep that one. It really is hurting me not sending them to auction. Like a pelt like this, you never know what it might bring. Oh man. This one might have to stay out of the pile. Jesus, this is tough. I don't have a problem sending them off. Like I don't get attached to them, but this one deserves to go to auction, you know. A pelt like this can bring pretty damn good cash, I'm telling you. So we'll have to see. The truth of the matter is I gotta sell these 9 so I can go buy, like 9 coyotes, quite a lot of power rams, eh? So go buy some more power rams. I got some showing up here right away. And so I can go and catch more, eh? Because it's already January and I'm not even close to where I should be, eh, friends? Anyway. Well, good day, guys. Just getting back to camp here, up to camp. It's about 11 o'clock at night, pretty dark. Pardon the mess in the background. I'm going to bed though. So I sold those first 9 coyotes there today. I drove down south there, sold them to a guy, a fella named Wrangler Ham there, and you know, I drove down there not knowing what to expect, and you know, got a good fair price for them, you know, consistent with what I was getting at the auction. So I was very happy with that. You know, they're great guys, they're good to deal with, so that was all really good. I'll probably be doing more business with them guys again. So yeah, his name's Wrangler Ham that I sold him to. He's on Facebook there for any of my Saskatchewan friends looking to sell some fur. I was very happy with the prices, and you know, good honest people gave me a fair price for the fur, so I was really happy about that. Anyway, so I'm gonna turn around and spend all that money on power rams, because like I said, I just got a pitiful workload going here now. And then yeah, so get some more snares out. So anyway, guys, catch you tomorrow. Go check snares. Well, that was a pretty good day on the line today, guys. I can't complain too much. Got one not so dandy coyote and one real dandy. Like this is a dandy money coyote. Nothing wrong to say about him. And my first fisher I've ever trapped. Perfect neck catch despite catching him in a coyote snare. Have to weigh this one too. That'll be interesting to see. But I got a shitload more rams on the way too, boys and girls. So things should be picking up here pretty good. I figure in about a week and a half I should have things at pretty dandy potential. And yeah, so things are starting to look up a bit here. Been a slow start and a late start, but we'll get things going here pretty dandy now, guys. So thanks for watching another episode of Traplines and Inlines there, guys. Catch you further down the line or something.